Hey everybody, like I promised, I am doing a couple weeks of just recommended books. So it's interesting that today the book that I had chosen after last week was actually Boundaries by Henry Cloud, Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. I have boundaries in marriage. I have boundaries with teens. I also have the regular boundaries book. And what I wanted to just kind of share with you, hey, I am having an issue getting all of the comments for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm just going to push through. It's interesting that I picked boundaries this week because we have had a pretty significant issue with my youngest, a car issue, and I'm trying to decide what to do about it. Been praying a lot about it, but this Boundaries with Teens book, as I started to talk about it today, has come up. So I am going to just read a little something from here. Simply put, boundaries are one's personal property line. They are how you define yourself, say who you are and who you are not. They help you set limits and establish consequences if people are attempting to control you. When you say no to someone's bad behavior, you're setting a boundary. Boundaries are good for you and good for the other person, for boundaries help people clarify what they are and are not responsible for in life. So it's funny that I picked this because today I had to deliver some hard news. We are looking at trucks for my youngest, and he wasn't happy with the decision that we made to not purchase this truck. He handled it very well, but was still super upsetting. And I think sometimes the news that we have to deliver, especially if you're a parent and you are parenting teenagers, sometimes is the news that you know isn't going to go over well, but that it's a boundary that you have to draw because, one, the car that we were looking at today just needed about $5,000 worth of work, and that's not something that I'm willing to pay on top of what the car already cost. So I had to set that boundary line in the sand and say, no, I'm not going to go over this, because if I go over this amount, it's going to hurt you. So today was just kind of funny that I had already picked these books a few weeks ago. So I just want to give a shout out to Dr. Henry Cloud and John Townsend. They've done a wonderful job in all their series of boundaries books. I encourage all of you to pick up the book, just plain Boundaries, and start there. That's a great way to start. But it really does help establish what healthy boundaries are in our lives, and I think it's so important for so many. So, hey Amy, I see that you're on. And I know you're parenting teens, I think, as well. So not all of you that are listening to this even have children or maybe even married. So I don't want you to think that I picked this and that it's not applicable to you, because it is. So go out and get whatever boundary book you want to get, whatever's most appropriate for you and your family, and skim through it, read through it. This one is where I am right now. So would love to hear if any of you have read this book or any of the books that they have. Like last week, I also told you that the 5 Love Languages book was one of my favorites, and the author of that book has also written to a variety of different relational eras in our lives: singles, dating, married, and the same with this Boundaries. So there is a boundaries in dating as well. So I encourage those of you that are dating to read that book. So this is Dana McKee. I'm so glad you joined me today for 2 Minute Tuesday. That went a little long, but I appreciate you tuning in. And maybe next week I will be back to just doing not live videos, but just can't really do it yet with my hand. But it is healing for all of you that have asked. So thanks so much for all your concern. And I just want you to live life and love well. Have a great rest of the week. I'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.